What do you do with an old boat that's outlived its usefulness? Everybody wants to think recycle, but what's the practicality of recycling a fiberglass boat? I'm looking at this trawler hull. You can see that the wooden house is already gone. This is a fiberglass trawler hull. I'm assuming in the 36-foot neighborhood, single engine. Let's walk around to the other side where we can see the recycling has begun. Looking up here, you can see somebody painted it a long time ago, but they used a poor quality paint, did not prepare the fiberglass. That's why it's not adhering to the fiberglass hull. You can see the boats from North Carolina, and you can see where they've been in here with the chainsaw, cutting up pieces, trying to scrap it out piece by piece by piece. Mind you, I'm going to walk around making sure I don't get on any nails or screws or anything to hurt my foot. But here you can see how thick the fiberglass is. You can see my fingernail right there. It's probably 3/4 of an inch thick fiberglass. Here's a rib. This is a fiberglass rib going across the boat to the other side. And there's a red diesel engine. I'm going to assume that's a Ford red diesel engine. And this boat was built in the Far East, so they usually come with black iron or steel fuel tanks. But you can see these plastic tanks have probably been aftermarket. But what you may not see is this bulge in the plastic tank. I'll walk down there in a minute to look at the bulge. And then also you can see that whoever replaced this tank did not put a good enough bed for the tank to sit upon. Let me walk around there. You can see how that's bowing down from the weight to the fuel. Fuel weighs about 7 pounds per gallon. This might be, I'm going to guess, 75 to 100 gallon fuel tank, plastic. Again, I'm looking out for nails. Walking back, you can see the square chine right here. This is the square chine. Although it's not truly square and it's not 90 degrees, that's just the term. Instead of being a rounded chine, it's a square chine. Looking up here over my head, you can see this big shaft going all the way in the back. That is the chain and cable steering that goes to that tall stainless steel shaft, which is the rudder post. Also in the back, you can see a Far Eastern stainless steel tank, water tank, and it's rusted, so it's not a high quality stainless steel. There's actually two back there. Swinging back to the right, you can see more of the engine there, the transmission, and I can't get in there very well, but see that chain? That's part of the steering mechanism. There's part of the pipe. There's a sprocket that goes there that comes up to this other pipe that sends the rotation system all the way to the back to connect to the rudder post. So looking at this wreck, you can see that it's been sunk. It's been sitting out here for a long time. Now the boatyard has to pay to discharge all of this junk. That's cast iron metal right there that they'll get a couple of bucks for, but the couple of bucks won't pay for the amount of labor it takes to disassemble, chop up, and pay to haul off all of this waste. Here's another chine right here. Looking down, you can see the full keel and then the shaft back there. So this is about a 36-foot semi-planing, semi-displacement trawler hull, and it is going to the scrap heap. If you've got any more questions about boats, systems, if you're buying a good boat or a not so good boat, and the survey that you have is unclear for you to read it and figure it out, ask Captain Chris. I can take a look at the survey, take a look at the photographs that the surveyor has provided for you, and give you some other ideas about the quality of the vessel that you're interested in buying. If you have more questions, look us up on the internet. Ask Captain Chris.